me about the Veterans Affairs Department and their approach to veterans, typically who have post-traumatic stress disorder or other, lingering mental or psychological or physical health problems. Are they actually pushing them to choose assisted suicide?
Well, that's the story that came out recently in the news, that a soldier or a veteran who was seeking help for his PTSD was advised and encouraged. And this was not his asking. He told the service agent to stop promoting assisted suicide to him, but apparently she went on several times to encourage him to take that route instead of trying to get help for his PTSD. And it did set him back several months in his recovery.
I mean, that's got to be quite demoralizing. You want help, you're trying to get better, and here you have a government agent who's supposed to be your helper saying, yeah, you know what, maybe you should pack it in, and I'm happy to help. That acronym, I'm seeing it more and more, MAID, MAID, which stands for, if I'm not mistaken, medical assistance in dying. It's such a gross euphemism. They just can't say euthanasia. They can't say doctors. They're trying to make it meaningless or harmless. MAID, medical assistance in dying. Either way, it hides the true nature of what they're doing. Here's a government bureaucrat saying to a problem, looking at a person as a problem, looking at a patient as a problem to be solved. You've got to protect the government by killing yourself. We don't have to protect you. You have to protect us. It's a moral inversion.
Well, it's certainly a huge problem. And one of the things that you see originally when this was suggested into the healthcare system was that it would be for people right at the end of their lives to kind of ease them over the edge. But now with the expansion of euthanasia, we're seeing people who are healthy, who are not dying, opting for it because of poverty, because of disability, because they're lonely, because they don't have the supports they need. And in this case, they have this soldier had a mental health issue, a concussion and a PTSD that he was trying to recover from. And he was told, well, it's a little too complicated or too expensive. It's better for you, cheaper, easier, less messy. She even said that, for you to seek assisted suicide.
It's outrageous. Now, you don't speak just as someone who's motivated ideologically. You are from a military family. I understand your husband is a veteran and you have kids who are in fact serving in the Canadian Forces. Is that true?
Yes, that's true. And I actually remember when my husband was deployed, he had soldiers who came back from their deployments who were suicidal. It was a struggle to get help for them. One of those soldiers, unfortunately, did commit suicide. I had to go to the funeral to represent him. It was heartbreaking, absolutely heartbreaking. These men and women put their lives on the line for this country, and they certainly deserve better than being told, you're too expensive to take care of. It's better for you to seek assisted suicide.
Unbelievable. You know, we have all these suicide hotlines, Kids Help Phone, you know, various suicide hotlines. I mean, imagine calling for help. And actually, they're not suicide prevention lines. They're suicide encouragement lines. They've tricked you. They've tricked you into thinking that you will get some help from them. But no. That would cost too much, and that's inconvenient. And Justin Trudeau has better things to spend his hundreds of billions of dollars on, not you. I mean, it reminds me of that clip from when Trudeau met a veteran, and he said, look, you're just asking for more than we can give. Remember this clip from Edmonton? Take a look.
Back in August 24th, 2015, you made the promise, and I'll quote it here, no veteran will be forced to fight their own government for the support and compensation they have earned. Yet you are still currently in a legal battle with veterans regarding equal support and compensation to their peers. You have ISIL or ISIS members coming into a reintegration program. You did a backdoor deal with Omar Khadr with not even stepping into the courtroom. Because honestly, Mr. Prime Minister, I was prepared to be injured in the line of duty when I joined the military. Nobody forced me to join the military. I was prepared to be killed in action. What I wasn't prepared for, Mr. Prime Minister, is Canada turning its back on me.
on a couple of elements you brought up. First of all, why are we still fighting against certain veterans groups in court? Because they're asking for more than we are able to give right now. They are asking for more than we... Well, no. Hang on. You're asking...
To go from saying, I will not give you benefits, to I will proactively tell you to kill yourself is so gross. It's one thing not to help, but to say, the help I'll give you, I'll help you kill yourself. You went to fight for Canada or for whatever reason they went to fight for. You did that selflessly. You put yourself at risk, and now you're inconvenient. And so, look, can you just save us all some money? The CBC already made the case. You're going to save us a lot of money, sir. Why don't you at least do something good in life and kill yourself? That's the message they're being told by Veterans Affairs. Do you know how widespread this is?
It's not clear how widespread it is, but certainly this service agent told this veteran that she'd already helped someone else seek assisted suicide.
Helped someone, that word, yeah.
Well, it's interesting because it's not even legal yet for mental illness. And so she somehow was able to help this veteran seek assisted suicide. So you kind of wonder what's going on in that department.
Now, I understand you've got a petition and you have about 2,000 signatures on it asking the minister to pass a regulation stopping this kind of coaching or grooming or predatory behavior. If someone is suicidal, they're obviously in a delicate state. And to send a, quote, medical professional in to finish them off, who's going to advocate for them? They really are in a power imbalance. That's why they're asking for help. That's the definition of asking for help. And the person you ask for help, go ahead.
Certainly people who are in that position are very vulnerable, and they need people who are willing to care for them and help them deal with the suffering, not end the sufferer by killing them.
What you just saw was an excerpt from my nightly show, the Ezra Levant Show. Every weekday I do a monologue. Usually it's about half an hour. Then I interview an interesting guest, and then we read my hate mail or my fan mail, whichever is more fun. It's only available behind a paywall, though. That's how we pay our bills here at Rebel News. We don't take a dime from Justin Trudeau. But the good news is it's only $8 a month, about half the price of Netflix. And in addition to my nightly show, you also get weekly shows from 4 other friends here at Rebel News. So you're getting 36 shows a month just for $8. I think it's worth it. And even if you're not quite sure, do it anyways, because we rely on viewers like you to keep us free and independent. I promise you I'll never take a dime from Trudeau. Just go to rebelnewsplus.com and click subscribe. Thanks.